Right. So, first of all, good night, everyone. Before I continue, I'm going to switch. Antes que nada, quiero darle la bienvenida a todos nuestros amigos, familiares que han venido de tan lejos, especialmente los que vinieron desde Venezuela. Mamucha, Mamina, señora Carmen, Mireya y los que vinieron de Miami, gracias por estar aquí. Sé que es un esfuerzo hacer el viaje y se les agradece. También quiero recordar a los que no pudieron venir, que todavía están en Venezuela, les vamos a hacer llegar los videos y todas las fotos, ¿ok? All right, back to English. I'm sure you all got that. All right, so welcome everybody to this very special night when we celebrate Veronica and Daniel's marriage. The reason I'm going to read this is because 2.5 years ago I left my notes in the hotel and I had to ad-lib my other daughter's wedding. This time it didn't happen, I had it written. So we really appreciate you being here for them and making this night one that we'll always remember. To those that came from far away, we thank you for traveling. For those that came from Brazil descent, I don't know Portuguese, I'm sorry. I know a few words though. Samba? Pelé? And caipirinha. That's about it. Anyway, obrigado. Okay, so let me start. Since Veronica became a young lady, Daniel has been a part of her life and ours. I cannot be asked for a better person to spend the rest of her life with. Thanks, Teresa and Carlos. Great young man you brought up. Honest, solid principle, and genuine. Great guy to be around. Veronica, as I wrote this, I thought of a lot of funny things to say, right? I could embarrass you, right? After all, that's our job as parents, right? We get reminded of that every day. You know, Dad and Mom, don't embarrass me, right? So, but I realized that I used all my fruit, lamb, and bundt cake jokes in the previous wedding. So I can't do that. Reality is that I wish I had half of the dedication, focus, faith, and love and care you have. In all you do, all right? This will help you because marriage is not an easy thing and it will require more than that. So, today, both of you, Daniel and Veronica, you started your life, one that you not take a test class for. You didn't go to college for this. You didn't take a test. You didn't do a report, all right? You didn't spend endless nights studying, all right? And even if you did, once you figure out the answers, that change all the questions. You start a new life, it's literally a blank page. No instructions, no checklist, no Google what? Google Doc or whatever you guys do. No file, all right? No asking Alexa for help, or Googling, all right, what to do when things don't go as planned. All right? And don't think about asking the audience, going home, or going 50-50. Right? But you do have something special that bonds the two of you, and that is love. Right? The love you feel for each other, and that you promise before God to uphold forever. And I had this written a couple weeks ago, and Father John kind of just talked about it too. So if you hear this, I told him what to say. But anyway, what is love, right? Is it a feeling? I believe it's much more than that. I think love is a lot of things. The Bible teaches us about love, right? Love for God, love for a neighbor, love for the enemy, love for the tax collector, not the IRS, just the tax collector. Love for your wife, love for your husband. How is this possible? We don't necessarily have feeling for some of those people, right? But you see, the love in the Bible is not just a feeling, it's a verb, right? So let me kind of go about this. So love is patience, right? Showing self-control, counting to 10 before speaking, Accept the little mistakes with grace. Love is kindness, giving attention to each other, listening what each other has to say, making an effort to silence everything in your heads and just listen. When you set aside all these distractions, even mental one, in order to listen to each other, you send a very powerful message that you care, that that person is important to you. Show appreciation, give thanks, say please. Love is humility. Arrogance has no place in marriage. Be real to each other all the time. Hold each other's hand. Open her door. It's for you, Daniel. Help each other do the dishes. Okay? All right? Remember that. Do the dishes. Help out, please. Love is selflessness. Meet the needs of each other before your own. Love is forgiveness. Forgiving is not pretending that nothing went wrong, but giving up the resentment. Remember, the first to apologize is the bravest. The first to forgive is the strongest. And the first to forget is the happy one. Love is honesty. Tell the truth always. It takes 10 right actions to fix one wrong. Be free from deception. Be willing to give bad news as well as good. Be willing to say how you feel and be willing to listen and accept each other's feelings. Love is commitment. Commitment to grow together in love as a couple. Learning and teaching each other and pushing each other to their best. Above all, love each other is to serve each other. Is to sacrifice yourself for the other at all times. The most important person in your life is now Veronica, Daniel. And Veronica, the most important person in your life is Daniel. So, love each other, serve each other, sacrifice for each other, commit to each other. Family and friends, I thank all of you again for being here to celebrate Veronica and Daniel's wedding and wish them all the love in the world to help them overcome the hard days and celebrate the good ones. Thank you.
Vanessa, I'm Roni's older sister. I'd like to start by thanking everyone for coming and celebrating the union of Veronica and Daniel. I think we can all agree that Veronica looks absolutely stunning today. Great, too. So I'd like to take everyone back to 2002, when possibly the best movie of all time came out. Okay. Anyone can guess? 2002. All right, I'll let you know. It was My Big Bad Great Wedding. The best movie of 2002. Arguably, this Oscar-snubbed film was to be a Snellis Mata staple. At all holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, movie nights, for many, many years. But what drew us to this movie wasn't the stellar acting, but rather the story of family. Pure love between parents and children, how together hardships and differences could be overcome by empathy, patience, and a bit of compromise. We love this movie because we saw ourselves reflected in this vibrant family, loud, vibrant family, rooted in their rich culture, traditions, language, food, and above all, love for each other. As you two walk together side by side in life, remember your roots, remember your cultures, your traditions, honor the past, but embrace your futures and make it your own. So a memorable quote from this movie, and there are several, is at one point the mother turns to her daughter and she says, "The man is the head, but the woman is the neck, and can turn the head any way she wants." And in case you didn't know, it is International Women's Month, and also yesterday was International International Women's Day. So, futures. Okay, moving on. So this always made us laugh and nod vigorously, right? Because we come from a family of matriarchs. Veronica has grown into the woman she is today because of the strong Celis and Mata women that came before her. But also those sisters that she's found along the way that are not bonded by blood, but sisters nonetheless. Veronica is industrious, laser-focused in her pursuits, driven, resourceful, and powerful. She was raised to speak her mind and carry herself with grace and poise. She's viciously confident in the face of obstacles. She is humble and generous of spirit, a healer of both body and mind. To know her is to love her. She is an unstoppable force who has already touched so many lives and done so much good in this world in her short 23 years. I'm sure I do not have to tell you, Daniel, that you are so lucky to have captured the heart and mind of a Celis Mata woman. And it's okay for you to also open his door once in a while as well. So if you have a glass, please raise your glass of whatever it is inside. And let's toast and honor this beautiful couple on this day.
One more time for Vanessa. First off, I just want to congratulate Daniel and Veronica on this extraordinary day. Daniel, you're looking so good, dude, and Veronica, you're looking so beautiful as always, and unbelievable. Veronica and Daniel, it's an honor to stand up here today. I can't be happier for the two of you, and I'm glad we can celebrate this day with so many friends and family. There's so much love in this room today, that numerous family members have traveled thousands of miles to witness this special day. Standing up here today is truly a surreal experience for me. Seeing Veronica and Daniel getting married triggered so many past memories of mine. The one that struck me the most, and put this amazing day into perspective, was the time Alex and I were sitting with a group of friends in middle school. Of course, once the news spread, my brother Daniel and Alex's sister Veronica started dating. Everyone began messing around with us and joking that maybe one day they'll get married, and Alex and I will become family forever. Even though everyone was joking around about the possibility, there was a side of me that really saw that coming to fruition. I remember the first time Veronica came over with her brother Alex to trade World Cup player cards over the summer they first started dating, and I could see their great friendship emerging. Over the summers to come, Alex and Veronica would come over to hang out, swim in my pool, have popsicles on hot summer days, watch movies, and play games together. On those fantastic days, I'll never forget. I could see a special relationship Daniel and Veronica have. Not only are they an amazing couple who understand compassion, compromise, and what it means to love someone better than anyone I know, they're best friends. You can see it in the way they have fun with each other, the way they laugh with each other, and their willingness to do anything for one another. Daniel and Veronica's relationship has taught me so much. I realized not only should you have romantic chemistry with your partner, but you should be best friends at heart, and for that I'm forever thankful. Thank you. Let me talk about Daniel for a little bit. Being an older brother, he had to set an example for me. Let's just say I'm the luckiest younger brother on the entire planet. Daniel's responsible, always getting good grades, balancing his life. Daniel was caring, he always looked out for me, giving me advice, and always being there when something didn't go my way. Not only that, well, he was an absolute monster on the soccer field, and that was the toughest part of growing up with him because I had a little crazy expectations, and I was crazy. I am so blessed to have known you for 21 years. You're the best brother anyone could ask for. And honestly, dude, it's an incredible step of your day. I can't believe it's happening. I love you so much. It's crazy. Now it's the lovely lady herself, Veronica. I've always wanted a sister growing up, and I couldn't be happier for the one I think today. Veronica, what I always admired about you is how compassionate a person you are. You're always so friendly with everyone. You're such a beacon of happiness and positivity. You have the most contagious laugh and adorable laugh on the entire planet, and I can't help but share your joy when you laugh. And seriously, the only time I see Veronica angry is when she's tired of me and Daniel's shenanigans. Of course, Veronica was also an amazing role model to me. She was a 4.0 student, always being responsible, and I admire her hard work ethic. I couldn't imagine Daniel spending the rest of her life with anyone else. And I know I'm always joking with you, but seriously, I'm always thankful to have such a sensational sister. Veronica and Daniel, you're the most amazing couple, and you have no idea how much you've influenced me. I wish you two all the best in your life together, and I love you both so much. I don't have a glass with me, but I'd like for you guys to please raise your glass and give a toast to Daniel and Veronica, and we all wish you the best in this chapter of your lives.